My name is Gladys Njoki. I'm a graduate from Jomo Kenyatta University. I did a bachelor's in financial engineering. I'm the founder of Geenylove Naturals. It's a manufacturing company that produces natural organic hair products. It's based here in Kenya. Yes. So basically, I decided to start my business when I was fired. After I finished university, I graduated. As the same way as my fellow young people, I started looking for a job. I looked for a job and I found a job. And then in 3 months, I was fired. And one of the reasons I was fired is because my bosses thought I was too passionate and I had too much zeal. So they thought we can't have 2 bosses in one office. So one of my friends suggested that, I think, Gladys, you have so much passion, I think you should do something. The energy you give in this job, you can give it to something that is personal to you. So I was at a place where my hair was so bad, it was breaking, weak, I had very bad hair. So I went to research and I was passionate trying to understand how hair grows and why can't our hair be long and all that. In the process, I came up with something that worked for me. So when I was fired during this time, I just stayed at home bored, scared, confused. I posted a video on Facebook about my journey, how I started, how my hair was bad, and what this product that I made at home helped me to achieve. So everyone was amazed. After a day, my phone was buzzing. My phone even went off. Everyone on Facebook that was my friend started asking me, what are you using? Can I try? I have the same struggles. And in that confusion of lacking a job and everything, I talked to people who are my mentors, my pastors, my friends, and they told me, you know what, this is an opportunity. Monetize from this because you don't have a job, you don't have a house, you're homeless. So I was like, okay, let's do this. So that's where Geenylove was born. So the name Geenylove, when I was fired, I was in a very spiritual space. I was getting to know God. I was getting to understand myself and that relationship with God. And I came to a realization that just as God, human beings are geniuses. There's something genius about how God set up the whole world. And in His word, God said that I will make man in my own image. That means if God is a genius, we as human beings are geniuses too. And love, when you read the Bible and understand it, is another name for God. When you describe God, the word love has been used to describe God in many parts of the Bible. So I wanted a brand name that will root me to something that is so deep about God, and I had to call it God. So in short, Geenylove is genius God or genius me, because I'm also genius as the God who made me. So that is how I basically came with the word. So how I started my journey was so interesting. When I was fired, I only had 5,000 Kenyan shillings in my pocket, and that is the money that I got from my job. Like, they didn't pay me my last salary. I was just thrown out, and so I don't have anything, but I have 5,000. So one day when my friends told me this is something you can do as a business, I decided to take a step of faith. I went to the supermarket, I bought bottles. I didn't know about branding. I didn't know about quality control on products. I didn't know nothing about products. It's not a profession I'd done. I'd just done research and I understood how to bring up a product. So I went to the supermarket, I packaged my first products, and I gave people to try out, the people who are reaching out on Facebook. Actually, my first product I didn't even sell to people around me, not my family, not my friends. I sold to strangers. I think I sent it to either Kisumu or Kakamega. That is the faith my clients had with. So the faith they had in me motivated me. So when I saw, okay, these people are wanting these products, they came back to me and said, this product is amazing. I want my sister to try it. Can you make more for me? So they kept me on my toes. I didn't know it was a business. They made me know it's a business because they will always come back with a friend, with a sister. And then I was like, okay, I think I need to be serious about this. Let me not harm people first. These products are not tested by KEBS, so let me do the due diligence. So I went and researched about packaging. I went and researched about the requirements you need to, test for your products, for quality control and everything. And I went to KEBS here in Kenya. They tested my products and they passed the test. So it was safe and not harmful to people. So I was like, awesome. That is how I started. I looked for people who would help me with branding. And then since I didn't have a shop and I didn't have much money to literally set up a shop, I was working with, if I sell 2 products, I make 3 products or 4 products the next day. I sell the 4 products, I can make 8 products. That is how I worked with, that is where I was. I didn't have all this capital to start a company and everything. So that is how I accumulated my capital, I can say. But when I got to a point where I needed, like when you go buy packaging, you need a lot of packaging. You can't buy 3 bottles. They need like massive orders and all that. That is where my mom came in. She gave me a loan of 80,000 and that is where I started, and I used that loan to get my first bulk things, and I kept, multiplying that until I was able to pay my mom off. I actually didn't keep my mom's money, and when I was calculating my profit, I was calculating it with minus 80,000. I even told my mom about that. So all through until I was finished with the minus 80,000, that's when now I started to take from the business. So my target when I started the business was people who were going through what I was going through, because I came to a realization that a lot of people are struggling with their hair. And something interesting that I had picked was when you have bad hair and you go on social media for say and look for products, you'll see products. Of course, there are many products before me that were doing hair growth products and all this, but you will see before and afters from maybe some, not Kenyan people, some West African pictures, some, you understand, it wasn't Kenyan hair. So when I realized this, I was like, when I start this business, I want my clients to be able to trust these products, because they will see the before and afters from these products. So when you go to my social media when I started, that was my motivation. The before and afters I posted on my social media were basically my clients who used my products, because that is what I wanted from other products when I was looking for hair products and things that would grow my hair. But they wouldn't give me authentic clients that have used their products and their responses. So I focus on giving my clients the response my own clients are getting. So yeah. So the challenges I have experienced, first of all, is to understand that not everyone is happy for you. And don't set your expectation high, especially from people that are close to you. When we start business, most of the time, you would expect for your family, your close friends to be your biggest cheerleaders and supporters. But no, that is not the case. When you start a business, strangers will believe in you more than the people who are close to you. And you can't blame the people who are close to you, because even the Bible says strangers will build your walls. So I came to the realization that, okay, the people around me adjusted later, but these strangers trusted in me and pushed me to a place where the people who are around me saw me. So for me, that was a challenge, because at first it will bring me down. But when I came to understand, okay, this is the normal process and this is what I should expect, not to have high expectations, I learned and I settled and I accepted the process. And also I realized people don't appreciate products that are made in Kenya. They feel like we don't have the knowledge like the white people, the people, these imported products, they give more value to that. And in pricing, you might price a Kenyan product at maybe 1,000 shilling, but an imported product is priced at 2,000 shillings. But who will trust the 2,000 shillings than your 1,000 shillings, because they think you're pricing at 1,000 shillings because you're as good. But they don't know these other people are pricing because they're adding their importation and all these duties they've had to pay. Our products are the same value. And McHugh, something interesting I learned also, people don't understand that our hair type is so different even from other African countries. I was recently in West Africa and I realized that West Africans don't have hair like Kenyans. West African, they have really good hair. The struggles we have here in Kenya, the bad hairline, West Africans don't have that. West Africans have hair growing close to their eyebrows. They're even shaving. So when a product comes from Kenya, it's better because, especially if it's someone who's using the product and they're experiencing the same problems as you're experiencing, It's better because they're targeting your kind of hair. Okay, about brand imitation, I've realized that when I started doing the hair growth mist, that was my first product. A lot of people tried to do it, the people who were selling products that I knew around me. But something interesting, there's grace that came with what I had and the knowledge I'd studied around it. And most of theirs didn't respond as mine responded. So for some reason, it didn't give me fear. I had confidence in what I'd made, in the researches I'd done and the response I've seen on my own hair. So it didn't really bother me, but imitations will always happen. What I always tell myself, you can't focus on competitors or people who are trying to do what you're doing. There's enough market for all of us here. What you need to become successful in business, to become a millionaire, a billionaire, if you think about it, it's only 1 to 2% of the world population. So if that, I only need 2% of the world population to live the life of my dreams. So why should I be worried about someone who's also making products? So my focus wasn't there. I always knew in the market, there are my people. I have my people in the market. They will find me. And from the imitation so far, my own brand name has not been imitated because I've protected it. I sell it on my website and my social media, and I have specific shops, so my clients know exactly where to find the products. I get raw materials from Kenya. I get some from our neighboring countries, Tanzania and Uganda. So, and basically we have companies in Kenya that do importation of products that come from far, maybe say West Africa, from China, from USA, because ingredients, one product takes a lot of ingredients. So we go to those companies in Kenya and then we get these products that are not available in Kenya. They import them for us in large scale, and then us, we go there and buy in quantities that we can manage. So, and the rest I get from Uganda. It's easier to get from Uganda, Tanzania, because they can literally be driven by, they can be delivered by a truck or something. There's a lot of social media hype on natural hair, people trying DIYs at home, mixing your avocados and eggs and all these things. So someone might look at it and think, okay, what more can I do in this space? So that is where I was. But what I came to realize is these things are not, like, you can do your avocados and this, but the consistency, they don't give you consistent results. Because our hair is like our body. It needs a balanced diet. So you might just be feeding it avocados and all these things, but you don't know how to feed your hair as a balanced diet. So what I have confidence in, I stepped into this space that is already saturated, knowing that I'm coming to bring a solution that people didn't necessarily have or understand. I came to understand that for your hair to really thrive, you need a balanced diet for your hair. So for my products, when you go to my website and interact with us, how we tell you, we give you a procedure on how to use our products. Because there's a procedure, because we are trying to show you how to feed your hair a hair balanced diet. So you might be doing all these DIYs, but if you don't have the knowledge that comes with feeding your hair balanced diet, you won't have long-term results. So your hair wouldn't really thrive as how you want it to thrive. So that is where Geenylove comes in, because it has solved that puzzle for our clients. The kind of a boss that I am, I work with some people, and I can say I'm very strict. I'm strict in terms of I don't like anything tampering with my business. If it comes to the quality of my business, I don't joke with that. All my employees know that. If it comes to my clients, there are two things I really treasure as the boss. I have to maintain quality of how my clients are treated and the quality of my products. Those two you can't tamper with as my employee. That is something I've held to heart. As I told you about my business name, I have to be accountable to God. How am I treating these clients? Because my clients they've employed me. I'm the boss of the people who are serving my clients, but my clients are my bosses. So I treat my clients with a lot of respect. I listen to them, I serve them, because that is how I want my company and my brand name to be perceived. It's a very scary space to be in, whereby you're promising your clients to expect results, but now you find these difficult clients who will not be patient as you've advised them, who will not be consistent, who will not follow the steps, but they will come at you, they will bash you, they will try to bring you down and say, oh, you're lying to people. I've experienced this. Some people are not even clients. They will lie. I've experienced even people who will go to social media and say, no, these people are lying, these products are not as good, I've used them. And then when we go check in our database, they are not even our client. So you experience this from all sides. How I deal with it, I'm so calm and confident in what I do. It does not bother me. So for some people, I will talk to them, I will look at the genuine concern. If it's a genuine concern, I will call the concerned client myself most of the time. I'll not even let my workers call them. I will call them myself. I will explain to them things that maybe they didn't do, or sometimes it can be your hair is not growing because your follicles are dead, because that is also a problem. There is no product in the world that will grow your hair if your hair follicles are dead. And a client wouldn't know that, right? So I wouldn't be harsh to the client. I will first call them and understand, okay, where is this client coming from? What are we working with in this case? And sometimes I'll find most of the clients will understand, because I come with a perspective of, I want to listen to you. I want to also give you my expertise, knowledge, and then we can work together and get to a consensus. But for some people who are just haters, they're coming to throw stones at you, to bring you down. I don't take that. I block them. I forget them. So in this kind of business, the do's, I'll start with the do's. First of all, number one is consistency. Because people will start a business and then in a few days they've given up and stopped because they don't see the flow of cash or clientele the way they wanted. Stay in it. Consistency. And in consistency, I like to encourage people, if it's something you're passionate about and you believe you can do it, don't have a plan B. Plan A has to work. That is where consistency will come. When I came to Geenylove, I didn't have plan B. I was even called for a very good job opportunity at that time when I started. That will pay me like 60,000 shillings. But at that time, I didn't even have a house. I was living with a friend. I was basically homeless, but I rejected that job because I told God, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna work with plan A. Because I know this 60,000, if I work hard, I can make it in a day. Why should I scare off and because I'm not seeing results now and go to that? So that is a do. Be consistent, just believe in it. Don't have plan B, stick to plan A. That is one. The second one, give, then take. The mentality people go with in business is they want to receive something, they want to take, they want to build this grand business, but they forget the mentality of giving. I focused on giving. When you focus on giving, you won't have to take, you will receive. It's in giving that we receive, basically, right? So my focus was giving. What am I giving? I was focused in giving you don't have to give in terms of you're giving money or you're giving your products out for free. No. Give value. Are you giving your clients respect? Are you giving them information? Are you showing them what you're doing? Give them, understand them, give them your time. So those are the do's. So I'm gonna go to the don'ts. I'm sorry, I'll just read them. Okay, so don't give attention to your haters. First of all, haters are necessary because sometimes they will check you in things that you need checking on, right? But when you give your energy to those haters, it brings you down. And the motivation that made you start the business, it will die. They have the potential to kill that fire. So don't allow your haters to kill the fire, whatever it takes. If it takes blocking them, if it takes whatever it takes, even if it's your family, if it takes disconnecting yourself from them until this fire in you burns out, do whatever it takes to not let your haters saturate your space. So how you can reach me on social media, I'm on Facebook as Geenylove Naturals. I'm on Instagram Geenylove_naturals. My personal Instagram is Gladys Genie. And also we have a WhatsApp number where you can order our products, 0707 245 428. So when you reach us in any of those platforms, we'll attend to you. You'll get to know me. My parting shot would be kind to yourself, be generous to people, and don't be afraid to do anything, because you're put in this world by God, because there's a lot of potential and there's a need of what you have to offer to the world. So stay true to yourself and be gracious to yourself.